Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chase Race number 2 of the season for the Season 8 NRSL Universal Orlando Cup Series here at Auto Club. And I'm here with Vince Freeze, which I know I went full weird on the old commentary thing. But Vince, thank you for joining me in the booth once again. And I gotta say, that Xfinity race was absolutely wild. That was pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
from the get-go, right? 5 wide, 6 wide strategy, and we also had some hard hits and interesting, right? We saw a super speedway ringer in Bobo win. Can we see a super speedway ringer in the Cup Series still take the job home? And we also have some hometown favorites.
Let's see what happens. Jesse Turner on the pole for this race. So he'll be in the Budweiser shootout next season with his first ever pole. Johnny Gardner in second. Third, Kyle Matthews. Fourth, Devin Becker. Fifth, Brett Pritchard. Sixth, Kate Anderson. Seventh, William Flickinger. Eighth, Bill Parker. Ninth, Charles Sanford in the top 10. Joshua Osborne. And here's the rest of your starting lineup from 11th and 12th on back. And just a quick mention of the hometown heroes that's going to go on by. Of course, you can't forget about Charles Sanford in the 0-3. He's one of the drivers that's going to represent California. Alex Drayton, you see in that Sacramento Kings Chevrolet for Twin X Racing. He is a California native as well. Before we mention any other drivers that are from the track. On the final row, we have Ramia Fisher and Zach Rogers. So it'll be interesting to see some of those drivers that are in the rear in the field in the chase. They got to work their way up. And real quick, we mentioned about those two, and I believe, yep, there is one more driver, and that is, or I thought there was, but that was in a one-off. I'm getting word. No, it's not. Or actually, yes, there is. Or no, there isn't. Okay, never mind. I'm seeing things. Actually, I guess somewhat in a way RJ Bishop is, even though he's more Arizona, but technically he has Auto Club in Las Vegas. Don't look at me. That's what he said. So put the torches at him, not me there. But Jesse Turner on the pole, like it's mentioned. So he'll be in the Budweiser shootout. So it's good to see the Aflac Mercedes up in the front of the field. But let's get the command to fire the engines.
Drivers, start your engines.
And 38 laps of action here. Vince, we've seen the crazy racing. You think we're going to see the same thing for the Cup Series?
Oh yeah, I mean, we get a place like this, especially on restarts. Most of these 2 mile tracks, whether it be Auto Club or the Twin at Michigan, you always get these crazy restarts. I mean, we also have to look for pitch strategy, right? We saw guys come in after that first caution on lap 4, and we even seen some guys on an accident come in and try a unique overcut and unique undercut. We'll see what happens. But Jesse Turner, right? Let's see what happens as we go to the green.
Yeah, and that chase points battle is going to be really interesting to see what's going to come on by here. And remember, too, if you win a chase race, 2 extra bonus points come along the way, and I guarantee you, when it comes to those final laps, you're going to see some aggression. You're going to see those moves that even some non-chasers may play spoiler. But we'll see what happens. Turner and Gardner on the front row for today's race. Green flag is out, and we're underway at Auto Club. Of course, here for the running of the Auto Club 400, Jesse Turner trying to take advantage of Johnny Gardner. Takes the lead. Now Kyle Matthews working the inside line. Remember last season when we started this race, this was all the way back in race number 2. And with the great racing, how it's been the last couple of seasons, it's been moved to a chase race and put in a West Coast swing. So the next 3 races, it's the final one of these tours, of course. You're going to see 3 West Coast races, technically 4 with Armory Digital. But what a battle at the line. They say Brett Pritchard somehow got it over William Flickinger. But look at William and JT Bryan trying to work up to the front. And you see William, he's the lowest of the chasers. And no, oh boy, they were about rubbing doors where RJ Bishop is. And already starting to get sketchy, Vince.
Yeah, that pack doesn't look healthy right now. We're looking at 5 wide and almost. Here we go. We saw it right at the end of the race, right? 5
Oh,
wide.
look out, Bishop, and making contact with Fiegel. Oh, my goodness. They are testing the limits right now. Becker going to be out in front right here. Remember, he just missed the chase this season. He's trying to at least get another win. He won the Coca-Cola 600 this season, but we shall see what happens to the Rheem Toyota. And you got a couple of drivers here, they're going to be familiar with these West Coast races. You got Sky Commons, Charles Sanford, we previously mentioned, RJ Bishop. You know, they're going to be favorites coming into these next couple of weeks, though.
You got the crowd's attention, too, of course. That gives you a little extra tense, as I like to say. So we'll see what happens as we still back to four-ride racing.
Man.
Becker getting challenged.
Benjamin Miles taking the lead, and man, they are just throwing everything in this one here. Holy cow. Oh, there goes the spin. It's Brett Pritchard, the 54. Quint Moore, the 89. Caution will be out for the first time today. We're just going to stick to the front because they're still getting a little testy over here, especially if your name is Tim Fiegel. But at the line, looks like Alex Ferranti may get it at the line, and he will over Benjamin Miles. Wow, Brian and Fiegel were out rubbing doors right there. I'm just going to stay right here because this is where you got to really keep an eye on the pack here when certain moments like this happens, because we've seen before in the past, drivers will come off turn 2 and they'll wreck each other, let alone even turn 1.
Also, stack ups. Looks like everyone's playing their P's and Q's for now.
All right, looks like we're going to be good. Nice. So Ferranti's out in front there. He's going to get around Miles and Finguy.
Oh.
Miles is going to come down pit road. I think Finguy realized that and didn't know what to do. Go for Pritchard, Quentin Moore. Johnny Gardner was in the front row outside line. And, oh, Turner's got damage in the 78. Jeff James also involved, and same for Zachary Fitzwater. Those look like the only chasers involved I see, because I don't see Keith Batson with damage. Seth Cole's coming down, but it does not look like he has damage too. Miles coming down. Surrendering.
I remember, we saw this in Xfinity yesterday, right? Those guys came in at the same exact time, 4-5, and we'll see what that does.
Pritchard's got a lot of rear end damage, and I have a feeling the driver that may have hit him could have been the 78 of Turner, and that's a tough blow for the pole sitter right there. I think he's going to be out of the race on that one. No, he's not. He's going to try to keep it going, but we'll see what happens. Caution's out for the first time today. Ferranti out in front. Let's take a look at ourselves, our first caution here at Auto Club. Well, welcome back. I think they took the test early on to see how far wide they can go. They were about 7 wide, and that's obviously no way that's going to work. Then they about went 6 wide coming to where the wreck happens, and the one driver that got really lucky out of all that was William Flickinger in the 8 car. There you see Johnny Gardner getting involved. Fitzwater. Kate Anderson, your points leader, getting a piece. And then there's where Jesse Turner's going to get involved. Watch the 3 trying to avoid Quentin Moore. No luck right there. Then gets hit from Seth Cole. So Seth Cole did get some damage after all that. And then you're going to see some smoke pouring out of the 3 car with help of Jeff James. And then Ramian Fisher does the final blow right there. And then Jeff James going to Ramian Fisher a little bit right there. And Fitzwater on the brakes. He didn't really get a lot of damage after all that, but he still got some damage. But, well, that really was some circumstances there, Vince, wasn't it?
Yeah, tough break for our pole sitter and the guy on the outside front row, too, for sure.
Kate Anderson, the regular season points winner there, and driver that's trying to finish the career on a high note there. Definitely not where she wanted to be right there. She's going to be in a bit of a roadblock, and I did not see Seth Cole getting involved in that one right there, but, you know, when you look at the car, I mean, it doesn't really look like he has a lot of damage, but he went down pit road to fix it. Caution's out for the first time today here at Auto Club. Ferranti out in front. Let's take you back to the green. Pace car is giving us the 1 lap to go out of the race. Kate Anderson only going to get 1 point as a chaser right there, and that is not a good start for car number 3. I guarantee she's got to be shaking her head at that one. Also, Ramian Fisher, Brett Pritchard out of it as well. A couple key notable chasers that went down pit road. They include Jeff James, Zachary Fitzwater, Jesse Turner, and Seth Cole. They got their damage repaired. They're back out onto the course. So, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen from here on out with those drivers. But out in front, Alex Ferranti, Jeffrey Finguy, John R., Trent Dunn, the highest running chaser, Audrey Baranowskis, Devin Becker, JT Bryant, Tim Fiegel, Sky Commons, and Clint Spillman completing the top 10. Find a couple chasers real quick. Phil Parker in 11th, Yepes in 13th, James Qualls in 16th, William Flickinger 18th, Connor Meyer 19th, and Keith Batson is 25th. Green flag back underway. And then we previously documented the other drivers. Seth Cole 33rd, Turner in 35th with no hood, Fitzwater 37th, and Jeff James 39th. Jeffrey Finguy looking for that lead on Alex Ferranti, trying to do what he can here.
Jeffrey Finguy will take us to lap 10 as they start to pack up again, as we saw earlier. In the first race, in the Xfinity race, right? About 2-3 laps, we'll get back up to speed. Devin Becker to the lead right now. Comes Trent Finguy on the outside. The commentator is taking a break. I'll take over here for a second. Devin Becker slides up a little bit. Here comes Trent. Sky Commons, the West Coaster, looking for 5th place. Some cool stories back there. We also see some guys in the back. I see Fitzwater's back there. Jesse Turner with presumably no hood. See if they become lap cars towards the end of the race. But right now it's Trent, Sky Commons, and Becker seem to be a top 3 looking for that breakaway. Comes Becker underneath Trent. He's going to slide down to 3. We'll side draft action to the line. Trent Dunham. That was your finish. .0000. Would have won that race, but right now it's Devin Becker to the points. They're going 5 off. Comets looking to break the draft and try to get behind Trent and Becker to make it a top 3. Here comes Jessica Shelton. Terrible luck as we go 5 wide.
They're getting pretty close right there as they were rubbing doors right there. And Spillman, Bryant, and Yepes literally banging across the chasers right there. And Phil Parker also in a very tight situation. Dunham, though, taking the lead at the line. Now we're starting to see some new faces working their way up. You mentioned Sheldon. Oh, trouble for Phil Parker in the 15. Finguy in the 92. Caution's out for the second time. And so much for strategy right now. Bishop on down pit road in the 98 there. And looks like Sky Comets is going to lead them down. So far, looks like we're going to be okay coming off turn 2 there, which is a good sign, but look at getting involved. There's John Art in the 05. Jeff James, who's just been not having some luck right now, but he's going to get some insurance right here. Same with Turner. There's Phil Parker. Looks like they got away with it right there, and that's a big break right there for some of these drivers right here, but Phil Parker pretty much the major casualty right there. Let's see, are they going to come down pit road this time by? And looks like everyone is doing so with the exception of Dylan Thoreau in the 4. And that is the case. That is the case right there. Another driver staying out. That's Kev Shear in the 00. And Phil Parker's going to stay out? I'm not getting that strategy right there, but I think they're just trying to salvage what they can get, but probably not a good decision there. So we're going to keep an eye on Jessica Shelton for right now and see if she's going to do well off the pit stops here. Let's see who's going to lead coming off pit stops here. And I'll be Kyle Keith let him off pit road. And not a good pit stop by Jessica Shelton in the 0-2. Oh my. So we'll see what happens with the top three from here on out. But Keith out in front with the rest of the pack right there. Caution's out for the second time today. Throw out in front. Let's take a look at ourselves, our second caution. Well, we're back and we're trying to figure out what happened. And right there, 5 wide coming into this turn right over here. And oh man, John R just flat out lost it right there with Jeffrey Finguy. And wow, how did Alex Ferranti avoid that one? That was a close call right there for the Ally Chevrolet. Oh, Meyer had a little piece right there in the 51. Oh my. Just got enough on the right side there, and then there's, oh, Dylan Pote did get a piece of it. Kind of looking through to see what was going on, but he did get involved. Caution's out. And in case you're wondering what RJ, we've gotten word he actually had a tire going down on lap 9 of 38. So as of what we know of right now, he is still on pit road. So very odd circumstances right there for RJ Bishop. So caution's out. Let's take it back to the green. Well, pace car's giving us the 1 lap to go. Before we document the drivers out of the race, RJ Bishop is still on pit road with whatever's wrong in that Mercedes-Benz Phoenix Raceway car. And tough blow for that 98 team. They have not had a lot of luck this season, and well, it's been the story of their nutshell. So, out of the race after that one, that includes Jeffrey Finguy and John Art. Bishop 7 laps down is the 98 car. Although these are all non-chasers, but still, definitely not what's needed. Phil Parker, he got his damage repaired. He's back out in the course. Same for Connor Meyer in the 51. Both the Meyer Racing Toyota cars that are in the chase getting involved. So, don't know what's going to happen, but Dylan Thoreau, Kev Shearer, they're the two that stayed out still. And they are the top 2 right now. Then we got Kyle Keith in 3rd, Trent Dunham in 4th. 5th, Sky Common. 6th, JT Bryant. 7th, Clint Spillman. 8th, Devin Becker. 9th, Ember Ross. Completing the top 10, Noah Hart. So, I don't know what Thoreau and Shearer are thinking, but I guarantee you they're probably thinking some weird gutsy moves here. Green flag back out for Dylan Thoreau and Kev Shearer. I mean, I'm kind of stumped. Vince, can you help me out here? Because I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can think of, these guys are going to have to come in again. They come in around lap 20, they extend to 3 laps, and they try something yesterday with Crampton. But even Crampton couldn't make it yesterday, so I'm puzzled on this one, but we'll see.
Kyle Keith going to try to take 2nd from Kev Shearer there, and yep, I'm not surprised. Dylan Thoreau's coming down. I think Kev Shearer, remember, because he's on that high line. He couldn't swing low in time, and a late pit entry for the 0-0, but he's going to come on down. Wow, that was a very bold move there, but Kyle Keith's got a lead like no other. And although this is the final run for Sedkeep Motorsports and his season has not been as expected, I think a final win would be nice, and he's got a big lead over James Qualls, who right now is the top chaser. Now you're seeing Charles Sanford in that Coke Vanilla Zero Chevrolet for S3 Motorsports. Who also has not been having a really good season, but he's being downgraded to Xfinity. Trying at least to end on a high note here.
You know what they say, man. When you got the hometown crowd, it gives you an extra 10th, and Sanford's digging.
You gotta remember, Auto Club has a very big, like you mentioned before, super speedway feel because of the way how wide it goes, and of course, a lot of very fast speeds here. You're looking at the speeds, at least going over 200 miles an hour, nearly 210, and they have reeled in that Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet of Kyle Keith. Now the Chevrolet's 3 wide for the top position. Qualls trying to look and get his 2nd win of the season. He is the little boy that could with the 2-car team with Joshua Osborne, and he's always said a lot of things. I feel like it's just whenever I race, I feel like I'm just cursed. Yet somehow this car and this team can make the chase. I don't know what it is, but something weird must happen. Right now, Qualls, this is the best run he's had in his career. so far having a fantastic race here. Again, top chaser. He's trying to go around Kyle Matthews for the second position via the high line. And now Diego Yepes, William Flickinger starting to make their presence known. You'll see what Yepes right there in that Mercedes now to the inside. 3 wide for the top position. You're seeing that as a preview for next season that he'll be using is that Husky Mercedes. Which is a very nice looking scheme. They wanted to change it up. They're doing the route that Sky Commons did last season when he made the chase. And it actually did pretty good for a certain amount of races. And then for the others, not so much. So I don't know what really to expect with Yepes, but did not have a good first chase race. Got involved in that wreck right there. And here he is in this one doing a much better job today than he did last week. Now Benjamin Miles working his way back up to the point. Now Trent Dunn the same for him. Man, they're just going back aggressive. They really don't care, Vince, at all. One means at all.
No, we talked about that. Right? It's just these guys are ready to go, make these aggressive moves, and it's chase time, guys. It's time to go.
That was close.
Cody right there and Dunham.
They were rubbing doors, and they were near that quarter panel because, you know, it is a classic thing. Once you're on that quarter panel, it's basically in a very tight, sticky situation. I'll tell you, the drivers who are pretty much in the good hands right now are Keith Batson and Seth Cole. They know if a wreck's going to be there, they're going to get around that with no problem.
Well, let's go with the pack. It's Fitzwater. He's probably hoping for that wreck. But right now,
there's your previous race winner. I forgot to mention right there, too. Tim Fiegel in that 95 Bass Pro Shops Toyota.
Yeah, Bass Pro schemes. We have 3 of them in the race I've seen. They're all look like they lead the most laps combined with that one sponsor.
We'll see what happens. Didn't lead the lap. McIntyre did at the line. And Fiegel back to the point. I'll tell you what, I don't know what happened to that 95 team, but all of a sudden they got the spark after that win right there. Finally, they're showing it.
Ooh, Robin.
And now here comes Alex Drayden, ironic enough, the winner of this exact race last season. He won when it was back at race number 2 of the season. It was his first career win. And now trying to look for 2 in a row at this exact track. Running that Sacramento Kings Chevrolet for Twin X Racing right there. And Zachary Fitzwater, got to give credit to that 7 car there. He got involved in that accident earlier on, and he's barely hanging into that pack. And we're getting close to less than 10 laps to go. Right now, they're sticking to about 4 wide for the most part. They have been a little testy going 5 wide, but for the most part, 4 wide is where they're going. But here's the thing, Vince. If we stay green, when do you think they're going to drop everything and they're going to say, forget it, let's just go for the win when it gets to that boiling point?
Well, we also know about pit stops, too, right? We saw 31, 32 could be a thing where we saw a wreck on pit road, but if there's no pit stops, I think timing will be everything. It's like a super speedway race. Down to 3.
JT.
Here we go.
Oh, and he's in a very sketchy situation. Fiegel's coming out pit road. Son of some contact.
Oh.
Somehow they're going to hold on right there. Close call, and they had to check up big over there. Cody Lamas just checked up half the drivers there. And I have no idea how Dunham kept that car together because I seen him literally just sliding the car around. And that's going to help Clint Spillman, who is the top chaser and the only one in this main pack. Everyone else, non-chasers or way behind. So they're probably going to hope to make some ground if these leaders are coming down. Benjamin Miles. No, he's not coming down, but no one is. Oh, never mind. James Qualls, he's going to say, let's do it now. And he's the only chaser that is. He's going to be joined by 3 non-chasers of Ember Ross, Jessica Shell, and Alex Ferranti. Everyone else staying out. Thoreau and Shearer, they got off pit road together, so interesting sign for the 00 and the 4 car there. But I have no idea what to expect, though. I really don't know. And
it would be sort of making
rest of the leaders, nope, just Clint Spillman, as they're going to catch up to Jeff James, who's now going to be a lap down. So now, if a caution comes out, That will shake up a lot of things here. Rogers, he's mentioned this is one of his favorite tracks to race on, no matter what series it is. Did have the lead. Now McIntyre in the top position here. Rogers had not bad of a season. McIntyre had a great season. Miles, despite his win at Chicagoland, didn't really have a season. And now these three drivers, they're going to have to deal with Jeff James, Charles Sanford, Joshua Osborne, Connor Meyer. I don't really think these drivers are going to try to risk and stay out the entire ways of the race. I doubt it, but if they do, I'm more curious as Bishop. He is still on pit road. I think he is just kicking back and having a drink or something. I have no idea. I think that's at the point where he's starting to do there. Phil Parker and Johnny Gardner coming on down. Quentin Moore also down. These guys still staying out that stayed out from earlier. And now here comes a chunk of cars and the leaders on down. I don't see one driver staying out that was from that entire group of cars that stayed out from before. And that is the case.
So 18 laps for those guys. So I wonder if Thoreau and Shear will look at those guys.
I think the driver to keep an eye on, maybe Cody Lamas in the 48. Your winner at Homestead earlier this season. Seth Cole coming down. Devin Becker out and away. Turner's already leaving pit road. He's nowhere but him. And three wide battle off pit road. And Miles going to lead them down. Rogers had a check up right there. And he's going to let McIntyre on by to get the draft. And that's a bold move right there by Rogers to do that, because he can get the draft that he can. They can catch up to Miles right there. And now here comes the swarm. Cody. That Ally Chevrolet's coming. They are hunting down Joshua Osborne, the 27, but nice pit stops by Miles, McIntyre, Rogers, and Sanford, as well as Connor Meyer. Meyer right now the top chaser. As James going to come off pit road, he's going to be back a lap down there. Rogers looking for his second win of the season. McIntyre looking for his first, and Miles looking for his second. You know, it's funny too there, man. Both the drivers that won at Chicagoland did not do well this season. Benjamin Miles in the Cup Series, he got his win and struggled. And the Winter Xfinity Series didn't do well as well.
Well, it's the Windy City, right? The winds didn't blow in their direction, unfortunately, for those guys. As they
swings them backwards.
Yeah.
Myers,
God,
you can
interesting.
see, in that 51, he's trying to hunt down Charles Sanford to get that draft to catch up to that top three, but they are 2 seconds back. They are catching him, though.
We said it was like a super speedway race, right? So that draft's going to come into play.
Half a second they gained right there alone, and Spillman trying to let Ross on by. Because now these guys are starting to reel in one another, and that top three, they keep battling. But they have caught Jesse Turner, and Miles is getting held up. Rogers taking full advantage, will take the lead. McIntyre goes around, and Miles having a lot of difficulty getting around that Aflac Mercedes. And they have caught Connor Meyer. Cody getting around him. Same with Alex Drayton. And now they got their sights set on Charles Sanford and the lap car of Turner. There'll be 3 laps to go when we cross the line. Let's see if Charles can get around Turner with little to no issues. Despite his luck, he will get it. Barely. Ooh, that was close. But Cody, no luck. Three to go for the leaders. And Thoreau and Shearer coming down. Yeah, that was a very questionable call why they stayed out the entire time. They're going to pay the price right there. It's going to probably come down to Rogers, McIntyre, and Miles, and Sanford getting slowly reeled in by the pack, and they are losing ground on that top three. I think from what it looks like, that top chase battle is going to come down to Bryant, Meyer, and Clint Spillman in the 24.
Yeah, right now, it looks like the top three are going to decide for amongst themselves. Rogers, will McIntyre make the move on the last lap? We've seen fantastic finishes here before. Let's see if we can do it again.
Especially in this series. Let's see what happens. McIntyre trying to get that pass on Rogers. Oh, man, he's trying. He needs some draft help. That's the problem. And Miles is just a little far back right now. You can see him. That 99's trying. They're not going to catch any slow cars. White flag at the line for Zach Rogers and Levi McIntyre. At the line, Rogers has it. I don't think Miles is going to get that win. Now there's the drivers from behind. For a second, I thought the caution was out, but we are still green. Those lights kind of distracted me there. McIntyre trying to get that run. Still battling. I think this is where that 99 is going to get the momentum right here. And still battling side by side with Zach Rogers. And he's going to get it. Levi McIntyre coming off turn 4, heading to the front stretch. He's going to win this season at the Auto Club Speedway for the Auto Club 400. And he is going to hold on with a great battle coming at the line. And McIntyre, what a battle for that Sitco Ford. And remember, he was one of those drivers that just missed out on the chase. Same for Joshua Osborne. Same with Zach Rogers. And he scores his first win of the season. It's funny there, Vince. A lot of drivers getting, one win, and the only driver who's had 2 wins this season has been that 07 car. He's the only driver with 2 wins this season, and once again, another first-time winner this season. 20 races now with at least 1 winner.
Parity, NRSL.
That's very crazy. So let's go through your top 10 here. McIntyre with the win. Zach Rogers will come away second. A great run, but just couldn't hold on the last lap right there. Benjamin Miles will come away third. Finally, a good finish for him after his struggles been going around this season. Charles Sanford will come fourth. What a great run for Alex Drayton. He needed this run badly more than ever. This season has been horrific in a nutshell. He'll come away fifth. Cody Lamas will come away sixth. The highest chaser, JT Bryant, will come away in seventh. Quinn Spillman in eighth. Connor Meyer ninth. And complete the top 10. Ember Ross sneaking in there. Not a bad run for that 77 team. So here's the rest of your results. As you can see, find your chasers. That's right here. Trent Dunham in 14th. Diego Yepes in 17th. Seth Cole 18th. And looking through, William Flickinger 22nd. James Qualls 23rd. Keith Batson 24th. Zachary Fitzwater 25th. Phil Parker 30th. And then the 32nd place last car finished the lead lap. He wasn't a chaser, but just a word mentioned. Dylan Potey. And then drivers that were lapped down were Jesse Turner, which is a chaser. He'll be finished 33rd. Kev Shearer, Dylan Thoreau, and Jeff James, another chaser right there, will end up 36th. Only one chaser retired out of the race and finished dead last. That was Kate Anderson. And unfortunately, I don't know what Bishop was doing, but he just chilled on pit road for 30 laps. But wow, what a crazy race weekend this was. Vince, thank you for joining me for both races, man. It was an honor having you here, and hopefully get a run in Charles Series so you can complete the trifecta there.
Yeah, I need to get there one more. And thanks, man, and great racing, right? We got some first-time winners, and can Kate Anderson come back after a tough weekend here at Auto Club? We'll find out.
We shall see. Points will be at the end of the video like always. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. If you'd like to, be sure to get a like. If you want to check out Vince, and of course, you'll see him in other series as well, be sure to check him out. Of course, thank you guys for watching. We will see you for the next Chase race weekend here, which will be over at Open Road. So, you're being for a show on that one. It's going to be similar to like Thornton, and it's going to be even crazier. Will we see any crazy racing on a last lap pass, maybe a last lap turn here? We shall see. I'll probably be out of breath on that one. Until then, goodbye, everybody. See you guys later.